All right, we are live and welcome everyone to What's in the Comic Box this week. As you can see, I have a very special guest today, none other than Higgy Pop Comics.
Hello, thank you, Roger.
How you doing, my friend? Great to have
That,
you on.
that also goes for Roger. Over and out.
Of course. As you may see, Ray, my usual co-host, is not here. He will be here next week. He's still ironing out some issues there with family, but he will be here next week. He assures me.
Be
So,
good to see
Higgy,
Red. Yeah. What's up, buddy?
it's great to see you, my friend.
Good
I
to see
so
you.
miss one of the few things I miss from being up there is being.
Me. You miss me.
Yeah, I miss you, and I miss being in that area because there are so many great comic shops and conventions and so forth.
You know, I think I take it for granted because I do hear other people talk about it, and that's me taking advantage of it.
Well, you have what Terrificon right up there,
Yeah. Yeah.
and if you wanted to go, a little lower there, you have a lot more. In Jersey, there's one every other weekend, pretty much.
It's Jersey is like a hotbed, you know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and and I think I was thinking just about the comic shops in general. There just seems to be more of an influx of places to get comics with age.
yeah,
You know?
correct. Yeah, because you live in an area which we have original 13 states and all that, so they've been around for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're the blue bloods of comics, because like you hear like Easy talk from down there. He's like, he has to. Everyone, people have to travel. That's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. I could fall off my front steps and land in a comic shop, literally, as you know.
Yeah, yours is right down the block there. Yeah,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
So, I have one about 25 minutes away, so I can't complain. A pretty good one too. So.
Mm,
All right, let's see who's in the chat. Then we'll show some comics, Higgy. We got
let's do it.
tailgating. We got Scotty, my buddy from North
Oh,
Carolina.
Scotty.
Scotty, I hope you're doing well, my brother. And we got Diabetic Superman. Welcome, DS.
There he is.
As always. And I'm sure a few more will be filtering in very soon.
Nice.
So Higgy, you want to go show some wares?
Sure. Seeing how Scotty's in the chat. I've shown this when I got it a couple months ago, but this is the Dr. Evil, our good old Captain Action run. This is Captain Action's arch enemy, Dr. Evil. Pose him in 1,001 positions, Roger.
Man, that was quite a find.
And you open it up, right? You open it up, and we have this ugly mug. Look at that guy. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. I mean,
yeah, man.
He is something else. Look at that yipper. Woof.
The bearded guy looks like Beckerman a bit,
Yeah, he does. He does. And I like. There's always the medallion there. There's the medallion.
Oh yeah.
It comes with the medallion.
Hey, speaking of Easy, there he is right there. Hey,
Easy. Easy. Listen to this. This guy, not only does he not have comic book stores around him, he has like these wild weather events.
Yeah, I know.
This is why I wanted to talk to you too, Roger. Make way for the Fat Fury. Higgy. No. Herbie.
Ooh, yeah, I have that one. Cool.
Yeah. December 65. This is what is that? This is issue number 11, Roger. He's like, giddy up. He's riding the old sea serpent.
Yeah.
And
communicate with animals, as you know, so
and it's just, of course, there's always a lot of times he has the pseudonym Shane O'Shea, which is Richard Hughes. And actually
your
Rosenbaum.
Neighbors Ian and Becca are in here. Hey, Ian and Becca.
Ian, what's up, Beck? And like he also did like with the history with this guy Shane O'Shea, as they say. Yeah. I mean, he did like the Fighting Yank when he was like he had his hand in a lot of stuff,
Yeah, he did Golden Age stuff. Yeah, that's right.
He died the year I was born. Wow. 74.
Welcome in, Rob, Cheap Comic Collector. Central Florida. Welcome, buddy.
Here's issue number 7, and I think this is hilarious. He de-pantses him with his sword. Yeah. So
I tell you, Herbie is such an interesting character, right, Higgy? Because he is generally can do anything. I mean, literally, he is just almost omnipotent.
He flies. I mean, just is silly and awesome. It says the funniest story in 27 and a half years.
but in his alter ego, in his family life, he's like just like the black sheep, like
Right.
ignored, like
They're like, yeah, they're like, disgrace you.
yeah. It's
And
just it's an amazing comic. It really
here's
is.
some go-go checks for our buddy Rod. This is
Ooh.
Men of War issue number 116. And this is a Steve, what's his name? Steve Savage. He's the balloon buster.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful Joe Kubert. I love it. I love it. And
I've never seen that particular one. That's a good one. And it has a Spectre in it. Woo!
And it's just awesome. Yeah. And there's a second story with the flying mine. It's they're fighting the Luftwaffe. Die Luftwaffe. Yeah, it's just great. This is I read it last night.
Tad, welcome, buddy. Good to see you here.
That came out of July of '66. Oh, check this out. This is in a condition of whoa minus. But I had to get it. Bonanza. Issue number 35. It came out in 1970. I actually pulled it out. I had it in the hospital last night. I said, "Ma, check this out." And it's like she was like beating laundry against a rock. Like she was just a manhandled. Had the cover in her hand. I was like, "Oh my God!" But I let her have her way.
Yeah, man. Can you
Fun
do it,
stuff.
Tom, you know? Love the.
Did
I
you
love
guys
the.
know
Sprite.
there are
Yeah, isn't that cool?
and
I got this last week. This is the Superman Action Comics. 1,870 issue. No, it's a 1,087.
Wow.
It's a very good story, Roger.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
And I don't usually do this. This is an upgrade. An upgrade.
Oh.
Justice League issue number 16.
Oh,
Sweet.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, very sweet.
And they're
I can
fighting
understand why you want to upgrade that one because that.
they're fighting the Maestro. And that is called, what's that story called? It's the Cavern of Deadly Spheres. Spheres.
Fears.
Spheres.
Shafirs. Oh, okay.
And here's your buddy Doctor Strange. I love this. I love the way Gene Colan draws the what's his face? Juggernaut.
Yeah.
He's very. It's a different take on him. He's very lean and elongated, almost like Jim Aparo drew Juggernaut. It's cool.
Yeah.
And Roy Thomas on the story. This was a hard story to drudge through, but hey, I'm not complaining.
Right. Yeah, that's when they kind of wanted to make Doctor Strange more superhero-ish, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's issue 182. Yeah. And I also, this is what I've been getting. I like, this is Resurrection Man. And this just started. This is issue number 3. All right. And I like Resurrection Man. I did a video on him a while. And it's getting good because Vandal Savage, right?
Oh yeah.
And he became who he is, an immortal by touching the meteorite. Mm-hmm. And they battled in the past, but they never really got down deep and drilled down on this story about Resurrection Man. Now they drill down, and they were both there when the meteorite landed. They're brothers, and they both touched it. And it's almost like the Cain and Abel story because Vandal Savage hit him over the head and then killed him right when they touched it. Yeah. And then Resurrection Man, he wakes up. He's like, "Ow!" And he walks over. He sees Vandal Savage sleeping in a bush somewhere, and he could have killed him, but he didn't. And that's where we're at.
Wow,
it's very cool.
Yeah,
I suggest it.
Yeah, I remember your video on the Resurrection Man. I thought it was very intriguing after you said that. If I find you, I'm definitely gonna.
I pulled out the Black Orchid run of the Adventure Comics.
Yeah.
And
very underrated character. I thought she had a lot of potential.
Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. And that was 428. This is 429 of Adventure Comics, where she's drop kicking this trapezist in the lips.
Right off the crow's nest.
Right off the crow's nest. Get out of there now. And this is the last issue of her, issue 430.
Nice. You got the whole run there. Very nice.
She's elegant. This was like one of my first videos. I covered this and the Black Nightmaster.
Oh, from
and this was the art was done by Tony Diesel nigga inside. I think Jim Aparo was on the cover though. I don't see it, but
yeah, I don't see it either, but yeah. Could be the heavy ink.
Yeah. I pulled out the
Joshua,
star.
Welcome.
Hey, Josh. Josh, what's up? This is Starfire. And Comic Book Memories someone was talking about Starfire and all those other DC characters in the same gist where they had quick runs, and there is a storyline where there's Starfire and oh my god, I forgot. There's like 3 or 4 different characters, and they do explain how they were picked, and they were sent down in avatar form, like as Starfire, just to do some sort of mission in the DC universe in some sort of it's very convoluted, but hey,
So
I bought it.
That's a recent story.
This is something from I read in like early '80s in a storyline, and they tried to make sense of it all. I got another copy.
Hey Dave, welcome.
I have a third copy, and
Cool. Wow.
issue number 3, and she knows how to wear an outfit. I tell you.
Yep. One leg covered, one not. Look at Rob over here. He's like, yeah.
Hubba.
Google.
Yeah, Vosberg is on the cover.
Don't let that innocent looking veneer fool you.
Issue number 4. I think it goes up.
I'm going to try to collect that series because now I have a few of them. So
listen, I obviously have a lot of multiples. I'll send them. Issue number 5.
Don't worry. When I get closer, I'll contact you.
All right, and
love the covers though. Let me tell you.
You know what they were? They were called surrogates for the ungods. All right, and they were. I forgot what they were called. I don't know. This they explain it in Star Hunters issue number 7, I think.
$2 a piece for blind bags, Tat.
Issue number 6.
You're killing me, Tat. You're killing me.
What's up, Tat? Issue number 7.
Did she get attacked by a goat? Why is she missing one pant leg?
The goats will eat anything.
Anything, yeah. I could use some for my backyard.
Another 7. Right? Hey, Roger, I do have doubles and multiples of each issue, so keep it in mind. Issue number 8.
I'll keep you in mind.
And I got another issue number 8.
Jacob, welcome, buddy. Great to see you here as always.
Here's some more adventure comics. 431. This is the Spectre run.
Love that run.
Nice.
Speaking of Jim Aparo, awesomeness.
Yeah, happy. Actually, it's not his birthday till 28th, so it's early birthday. We just had the stream on Sunday.
432.
I like goat tacos. I've never had.
Oh, surf. All right. 433. The Spectre. This is where I was introduced to the Spectre, and I realized how sick and demented he is, and I loved it.
Yep.
Issue number 434.
That series will steer anybody away from crime. Let me put it that.
Oh my Lord! Yes, I was on the straight and narrow ever since.
I wouldn't even jaywalk after I read that. I mean,
man, I'm telling you, I was helping old ladies across the street. 435.
Nickels, the whole bit.
I was bringing back the shopping cart. I was on top of my game. This is a great cover. 436.
Oh yeah.
This was the first issue I ever bought.
Yeah, that was a really gruesome end for that guy too.
Yeah, and this guy with the Barracuda.
Yeah, I've run across a few of those in Florida.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, puppy, that's too bad.
This was
I am one of us. Great to see you here, bud.
Hey, I am one of us. 438. This is a great story.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how it is to get lifted up by a gorilla. I was raised by chimps. 439.
Well, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I have to shave myself every day. Oh, look at that. And 440. What a great run. This was good.
Yeah, absolutely. Hickey, are you going to MiniCon at Coffee and Comics tomorrow? Comics and Coffee.
If I could make it, I will be there, Ian, and I will do my darndest.
Well, a Wednesday con, that is unusual.
Oh, really? It's a Wednesday?
Yeah, that's tomorrow, right? That's what they say, tomorrow.
Holy mackerel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have obligations with my mother, but
Valenti. Yeah, that takes priority. Family always takes priority. Rob knows that up there.
Oh, yeah. I drew Tarzan, Lord of the Apes, yesterday.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you know what he's yelling. And I drew this yesterday.
Hey, Joe, welcome. I'm about to show what you sent me here in a little bit.
That's Superman with crypto.
Hey,
Nice.
that's a Jack Superman there.
Hey, how are you? Oh, he's been training his butt off.
Lifting the moon again. You know, it's
Yeah, and
wonder
that's all.
if
I mean, I got this.
oh, they got the date wrong. Okay, all right. It's not tomorrow. Okay.
It's not. Oh, whew.
All right.
Yeah, if it's this weekend, I'll do my darndest. And I showed this in my.
nice art, right, Joe?
This is the Red Guardian. I showed this in my last video that you did not see.
I haven't seen it yet. Not that I won't see it. I haven't seen it yet.
And
it's
this
on
is
my watch later list thing.
This is an issue of Miss Marvel I needed, like the air I breathe.
Man. Oh, yeah,
The Avengers. And I picked this up.
Sleepy! Hey, welcome.
Issue number 105 of Daredevil.
Yeah, it is great art, right?
I think this is the first appearance of Moondragon. I know they go over origin story, kind of. I'm not sure. All right, so don't hold me to it.
Madam McEvil at that point, but yeah, I think.
Okay, yeah. Steve Gerber was writing it, and
yeah.
Terex is in this. I think Terex was like his first appearance too, but it was a good read. And this is these guys' names they crack me up. It's Ramrod, hi, and the Screamer, look out, and Dark Messiah. That's the trio there.
Yeah.
And Jim Starlin was doing art in this, I think. And
that was a funky era of Daredevil, I remember.
Yeah, it was silly.
Yeah.
That's all I got for now, Roger.
All right, thanks, man.
And I have to cut out, but I'll hang out for a hot second. Thank
you.
Man.
Sure, man.
Great stuff.
Thanks for having me, man.
Great to see you. All right, I got a few things, and then we're going with Rob here. So Anachronic Comics Joe, who is in the stream here, he showed a video. Believe it or not, guys, he found his subscription copies from the early 70s still in the wrapper.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, and when I saw that, I was like, the nostalgia hit me like a freight truck because
Right.
I had two subscriptions. I had one for Justice League of America in 1973, and then in 74 I had Legion of Superheroes. And two subscriptions, and then I think they were birthday presents or something. I don't remember exactly how they came about, but I never kept the wrappers. The comics, I would put them under books and get rid of that crease and all that. So he had already bought the comics because he forgot he had these, so he had doubles. So I said, Joe, let's do a trade. 71, we'll work something out. And of course, Joe, being the incredible community member that he was, didn't even hesitate. He's like, just send me your address.
Yo, Joe.
And he hooked me up, yeah. And I'm gonna take care of him and his charity in some way, some form. So here it is. I'm not gonna show his address, although I'm sure this is way out of date. But here it is, guys. This is the way it came. In this little rectangular envelope. Let me just cover this, but
that is so odd.
There's a shipping label. And up here, right? Look at that. Bulk rate postage. Right? This is like really ancient stuff. And then over here, you will see where it said National Periodicals, New York, 3rd Avenue, right? Oh, look who's joining us. Tat!
Hey.
Welcome, buddy.
Well, thanks. Figure I put the dog in the kennel.
I don't know what comic is in here yet, but I think the Commandees, and I think he had a few demons that were doubles. So let's open this up.
Can I do a drum roll?
I know Joe opened it up, but second time since 1972, 73. Somewhere there.
Hey, Roger, I have a drum roll sound effect. All right.
All right. So it is indeed a Commandee.
Awesome.
Number 14. Look at this. It is almost flattened. Like
oh my God. Looks like a bookmark.
Crazy.
Look at this.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
This is how they used to send them, guys.
That's
oh my
awesome.
God.
This is how they used to send them. And then we would open them up, put them in between, like, remember the Encyclopedia Britannica? We put them under those things. Those things weighed a ton, and boom. And after about a month, you'd have a flattened comic. So thank you, Joe, again. I mean, you have no idea what a treasure this is to me. I mean, it's like, I am like Higgy was part of recreating something from my past when he traded me that Amazing Spider-Man All comic, and I got and then Rob got me that Supervillains from Radio Comics, which I've been looking for forever. So you guys have been instrumental in actually me recapturing my past. So I appreciate all you guys have done. And here's another guy who knows all about recapturing the past, Damien.
Oh yeah, I love those
Damien?
subscription copies because I have the same nostalgia hitting me like a truck when I see them.
Oh, Damien, I tell you, this takes me back to 8-year-old Raj waiting by the mailbox like with bated breath.
Yes,
because you knew around the time of the month that it was coming back, And so this is going to go in a little plastic, and it's going to go right up here on my wall, so that I can see this and just relive my childhood. Joe, I can't thank you enough, my friend. This means more than $1 million to me. Trust me, or believe it or not.
Awesome gift. Great stuff, Joe.
So thank you again. So let me show a little bit. I met up with Night Tiger this past week, and
I saw that.
You saw that, right? He had this big box. He's trying to diminish his collection a bit, and he wanted some of the romance comics that I reconditioned, that were all moldy. So we did a little trade, but he blew me out of the water. But most of this is going to go back out to the community. But let me show you some of the stuff he sent here. More modern stuff: Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Wolverine Origins #1. A lot of Thanos in here. #2, looking all kind of green thumb there with the butterfly. And here's more of the way I remember Thanos. He's there fighting his future self, I do believe there.
That was a great story. Webs they weave with all their time travel.
Yeah. Here's more Thanos. And I think this is the same, two of the same there. Here we got.
I gotta say, those Thanos stories are pretty dang good.
That's what I've been told. I haven't read them or anything yet, but they certainly look interesting. Some '90s Wolverine stuff here. Number 80 against Cyber. And Higgy will like this one. A little bit of Conan action here.
Oh, that's one of the best. It's a Neil Adams. It's the only Neil Adams issue.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
Good call, Sleepy. And here's a Cole #3.
Nice. That's a beautiful cover.
It is.
That's a good run.
Watercolor.
That one.
Yeah. Rocket Raccoon #1.
There you go.
Wonder what happened to him. Yeah. And Guardians of the Galaxy with the coffined Thanos there.
Yeah.
Injected into space. Yeah. I got a feeling he's not staying dead there.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's
just
resilient.
A feeling. Yeah,
Somehow.
X Factor #3. So
that's
80s
cool.
goodness. And here's probably 90s X-Force 54.
Yeah, it looks 90s.
Yeah, it does look right. Yeah, you can sort of tell from the
90s
art,
really pop. Pop out in the crowd.
X Factor 67.
Yeah,
I think this is Jim Lee, maybe this era. I forgot. It's been so long. And here's Wolverine 59 with the milk mustache there. Wolverine. Yeah, it's not milk mustache. It's actually the shading,
lighting,
but yeah, but it kind of looks like
part in his hair.
Got a whole new look there.
Yeah.
It's
part in his hair different. Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go, Roger. I'm sorry.
Buddy. Thanks so much for coming.
Okay. Good luck with your mom, Higgy.
Yeah, she's getting over a bout there. Oh, don't tell me this thing didn't work again. Oh no. Hold on a second. Hold on. What did I do here? It was working. There it is. Okay. All right. Now Amalgam. I have all these and love them. JLX Unleashed.
Oh,
so
sweet.
The what is it? JLA and X-Men. Let me see.
Yeah,
X-Men, because here's the Nightcrawler iteration. And X Patrol. So that's Doom Patrol and X Factor.
Right.
And here we have Brother Brood. Interesting, right? And these are one of my favorites because I'm a big Metal Men fan. So it's the Magnetic Men featuring Magneto. So Metal Men and Brotherhood of Evil Mutants amalgam.
That's awesome.
How someone thought that up, I don't know.
These are the ultimate in playing to the fans, right? You have to be a comic book fan to get what the point of all of this is.
You got it.
But I love it.
If anybody, from, common culture saw this, they're like, what is going on here?
Or if it was like your first comic as a kid, that would be bizarre.
How about Generation Hex?
Ooh, Jonah Hex. With
Jonah Hex and Generation Hex. That's clever. I mean, clever play on words, yeah.
I can't even imagine how that works.
It's funky, A few more, and then I'll go to Rob there. Spider-Punk, #1. Notice the spiked hair, so he's a punk.
He's a punk.
That's very new, I think. I think that's from the last year or so.
Yeah, it's $3.99 cover, so yeah, it's pretty new. And here's X-Force 108 with Domino there.
That's a pretty cool look.
Yeah. And here we have a Deadpool cover, but you have the Fantastic Four on the cover. So, of course, that makes sense. Yeah. In some universes, it does. And here's Defenders, probably like the 3rd series, I think, of Defenders here. When they came back in the 90s. Here's an interesting one. Interesting, really, creators that I'd never heard of this particular series. Punisher POV, Starlin doing the writing, Wrightson doing the art or breakdowns, and Ray doing the inks.
Whoa, and I've never heard of that at all with those guys on it.
Yeah, this is a 4-issue miniseries.
Is that the early 2000s, maybe?
It looks earlier than that. Let me look it up. If I had to guess, I'd say early 90s, but let me.
I think after #1 of that book, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, if you need number 2,
let me know. I missed a lot in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I've never had a chance to read it.
Wow. Oh, you're right. Wow.
Just from the look of it, I kind of knew.
I'm going to keep an eye out for that.
Because I remember in that era that they were putting out these Perfect Bounds miniseries. And last one I'll show, and I'm not sure how this made it in here, but this is one of those Marvel previews. With,
nice.
So again, I mean, he's just going through and just purging the things that don't fit his collection.
Right.
So, who knows where he got this one up? Maybe LCS just threw it in or something. All right, Rob, buddy, great to see you here once again.
Well, speaking of oldie moldies, I just pulled this out of the freezer about an hour ago.
Woo! Oh, okay.
Was a A-OK from Quentin Collins, and you can see all the mold spots on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So were they darker?
No, they looked about like that.
But like that. Okay.
I didn't know where it had been or anything, so I threw it in the freezer for a few days because they say that's what you're supposed to do.
Is this part of that Archie superhero series?
Yes.
Yeah, Archie Adventure. Yeah.
And but still cool, still readable.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't. Maybe I should just have a freezer in my garage to.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, buddy. The address.
I got a flat rate box here.
I figured. Hey, Kenneth.
I had plastic on this one, so I just took a sticker off of it this morning. Thank you, Roger.
Oh, little lighter fluid action.
A little lighter fluid, yeah. And it's old, but beat up, but it's a Whitman variant. So
hey, man.
Right.
Still reads just like any other, right?
Gru the Wanderer, #3.
Oh yeah, those are fabulous comics.
Love the Gru.
Yeah, man.
Normal Man, #7.
Cool.
And
Love stinks.
Yeah, it's actually this one. Green Lantern, Green Arrow, the reprint series that they did.
Yep. Yeah, classic stuff.
Cover. This is #4.
Oh, never seen that one before. Cool.
I hadn't seen this one either. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a new cover. I don't think that's.
Yeah, I think they had new covers.
Right. I think
they put an old cover on the back some of the time.
Aaron, welcome, buddy. Great to see you.
Hey,
And then Green Arrow's gonna.
Hey, Universal. Welcome. I don't think I've
Yeah.
seen you before. Great to have you here.
Yeah, so those were the Baxter paper reprints, I think.
Yes,
Correct.
it was like 6 issues, 8 issues, something like that. I don't remember. Superboy and the Legion, 210.
Nice.
Oh, love that era. I have that one in my subscription copy. It's got that nice little crease. You know, you can still see it down the middle.
No.
Micronauts 57
Cool.
back cover.
Ooh,
Nice.
I didn't know those were wraparounds. Nice.
That probably means they were direct market comics.
Yes.
Well,
I think
this
they went
was
only
a-
direct,
This
yeah.
was an extra thick one. This was like 48 pages. So I don't know. It might be the last issue. I'm not
Well, it's
sure.
great to have you here. Welcome.
Conan number 76.
There you go.
That's a great
Mhm.
cover.
Another great era of Conan there.
Justice League of America 219. Jughead as Swami Jones.
Swami Jones. Hey, Steve. Welcome. Welcome, buddy.
And Jughead as the Riverdale Avenger in his dream.
Yeah, he's dreaming of being that.
He's being rewarded with a certificate for any restaurant in Riverdale.
Oh, okay. That's definitely a dream.
Superman 302.
Oh, wow. I've never seen that one either.
Superman.
Yeah, that's a thickie. That's
I
right.
got a price
There
sticker on it.
is a-
Yeah, I missed that one. I'll get that off later.
Yeah, that's no problem, Rob.
Someone's
I
getting
can do it. Superman 299.
My recommendation, and maybe you guys have a different one for evaluation of comics, is to look at closed or sales on eBay and auction sites, and that'll give you at least a parameter of what you should be
Right.
paying for a comic. Yeah.
Yeah, be very careful. Make sure they're sales and not just
Yes, not
what
just
people are
closed
asking.
auctions that didn't have a bid. That's correct.
I do that, and I look at prices on mycomicshop.com because I feel like they're one of the most fairly priced websites.
That's a good issue right there. I remember that one with all the different.
Justice League of
older-
America 144 says that he's going to crush them all before they have the chance to form the Justice League. So you got the Blackhawks, Challengers of the Unknown.
Yeah, that was a really good issue. I remember
Plastic
that.
Man's in there. Looks like Congarilla.
Yeah, all the
And
B
I
heroes
believe
try
the
to.
original Robot Man is on there too. but-
Yeah, good advice, Damien, as well. Yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah.
Marvel Comics presents 116.
Nice. Yep. Flip.
JLA 174.
Superman versus Namor. No, I don't think so.
175.
Ooh.
184.
Oh, Dark Side.
I like that cover.
Yeah. me too.
176.
Who's that guy?
I forgot what that
Does he have
villain
a skull for a head? I was
Yeah. Or our mask. One of the two.
made me think of
Ah.
skeleton.
Hey, hi, ¿cómo estamos,
Dr.
amigo?
Destiny. Something like that. I'm not sure.
I think you're right. Something like that.
JLA Gatekeeper number 3.
Huh. No, he's not Skeletor.
There's number 2. I guess the back is just advertising the next issue. And then 1, so that's a complete set.
All right.
Those are cool covers.
Very nice.
Yeah, Timothy Truman on the art on those.
Ah, that explains the good art. Hey, Jackson, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Jackson.
Barbie, nice.
I had a Barbie comic before.
Barbie.
Hey, I told you, Rob. He's a sly dog.
Shogun Warriors number 3.
Nice. I have that book.
Cool.
That's an early direct edition there with the triangle.
Airboy number 3.
Ooh, with the heap.
I just completed
Yeah,
that run.
Wow, nice going, Tat.
Now I think even in the golden age, the Heap and Airboy were somehow connected, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I haven't read enough of it to know.
TLA 141.
Looks like a
The
rich
Manhunters.
Manhunter.
238.
Hey, Rob, welcome, buddy. Great to see you here. Always a treat to see the great legend.
Great Legend is a Hall of Famer too, by far.
I tell you, I saw your video, Damien, and it's like heartbreaking to me because there's so many legends out there that don't get
and
recognition.
the Captain Strange Life and the Great Legend both deserve.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The Hall of
Dr.
Fame.
Vanchilla, too.
Yeah,
Dr. Vanchilla.
yeah,
And Dr.
you're right.
Vanchilla,
Yep, yep.
And I miss Crypt of Castle Hills. I haven't seen him so long.
I think his channel kept getting shut down because he liked to show naughty things.
Yeah, he showed a few things which were
And YouTube got stricter and stricter. I hope he's all right. I assume it's
I
just
got some good stuff here, Rob. Man.
Yeah,
This
I
is
lucked
my
out on
era of
JLAs. Nobody else was really claiming them that day. So
Really?
Yeah, those
they
are
were kind of weird.
all nice.
Usually,
Where's the justice in that?
I'm lucky if I get a couple of them out of this many of them.
Oh.
147. Kong the Untamed, number 3.
Nice. Dinosaur.
Yeah,
That's a cool series.
I got that series. It's really good. I mean, I was surprised how good it is.
Superpowers number 6. I'm not sure which series this is. It's not the first one.
Third, fourth, who knows? Yeah. There were so
Did
many
you-
of those. Yeah.
Did you do that?
Dark Hawk Annual number 2, still sealed.
Nice. Polybag.
And then these
No,
ones,
he's around. He's
I've-
fine. He had a video a couple of days ago.
I've never seen these. I did not know these existed. You guys probably have. That the only Marvel Doctor Who's I've ever seen were like the Marvel premiere issues.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Doctor Who number 3.
Ooh.
Cool cover.
Always
But I
like
did
a
not know
werewolf.
they had a regular series. Number 4.
That's interesting.
And number 5.
And those are definitely US editions. So.
Yeah,
Yep. Dave Gibbons on the art, on the covers and on the inside. And
that makes those very desirable.
yeah, I did not know these existed. So I was like, cool.
That's not the only place Universal, but you have to make a reputation. You can sell it on Whatnot or even on YouTube.
There you go.
And on Instagram, people sell
And on
it
Instagram as well. Yeah.
Be
But you
careful,
have
that's a pot.
You have to build up an audience on those.
You have to build up correct. Yeah.
And Detective Comics 786, which is actually going in my collection because I don't have that one.
You can also
Also
sell
can
comics to
find comics to
mycomicshop.com, by the way.
mycomicshop.
So that's
Hall
another
of
option.
Fame Thunder Agents, number 1.
Oh yeah, I got those. JC, those are Archie imprint.
Are those reprints or new Thunder Agents?
I don't remember now, Damien.
Classics by Wally Wood to Reed
It's
Crandall.
been a long time.
Oh, so it is the reprint.
Definitely
That
reprints.
is reprint. Okay.
Doomsday 1, number 8.
Oh
Nice.
yeah,
Those
That's
are
good
always,
series.
yeah. John Byrne stuff. Yeah, great
Number 9?
series actually.
Those are both in really nice shape, too.
What's really unusual about the series, the first 6 are the same as the 7 through 12. In other words, you reprint the first series with the continuing the numbering. It's really odd.
Yeah, Whitman used to do that quite a bit, too.
Mm-hmm.
Treasure Chest from 1957.
Oh, yeah,
Interesting.
Catholic. Yeah,
you never know what you'll get in a treasure chest. So
you
that's-
never know.
Yeah, they're fun. It's like I was
Rob
looking
is
at
this guy right here.
one.
Cheap
It's like-
comic collector. That's Rob right there.
It's like part Classics Illustrated and part Boy's Life or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's perfectly described right there.
Great
Yeah.
description. Yeah.
Cup Comics 246.
Oh, nice.
And this one's got a tag on it, says it's got a loose cover, Turok.
Nice.
Don't let Mark see it. He's collecting all the Turoks in the world, apparently.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some of my Turok collection going too.
And
They're good
here's
comics.
another Turok
Yeah.
is the last one.
Ooh.
This one's got a lot of
Oh,
loose.
Nauman might like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Got
Yeah.
the Gulliver Travels thing going on.
Yeah, I bet you he hasn't seen that one. Yeah.
And that's it for that box.
Nice. Good stuff there, Rob. Man. All right, who's next? You're up. Tat, are you in a hurry or can you or you want to go?
Yeah, I can show these probably real quick, and then I have to get my son to wrestling. Yeah, bought all
Yeah,
these.
I kind of figured.
$2 a piece. There's like I
New,
don't know how
new
many.
purchases? Stuff you just
Yeah,
got.
I got them at Goodwill. I was just out yesterday paying a bill, and I figured, well, I'll stop by Goodwill. And as I was leaving the store, I saw all these comic books still on the shelf. So I stopped. I'm like looking. I'm like, okay. So I can only see what's on the front. I can't see what's in the back. So the first book in this blind bag is Pink Panther.
Ooh,
Blind
nice.
bags. Okay, that's a fun
Yeah.
thing to cover.
Yep, I have that exact issue too. Yeah.
Yeah, some of these are pretty. That's my fan. Some of these are pretty beat up, but I don't care.
Oh man, Huey, Boo, and Louie. Come on.
Oh, look at this, Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, Classics Junior.
Classics
Yeah.
Junior.
I used to
It's
read
got
those when I
little-
was a little kid. Yeah.
Little chocolate on the back. Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Well,
like I
you
said,
know,
I don't.
I like my chocolate milk while I was reading those. You know. So.
Yeah, this might have been your book. I'm going to look. Oh, now this is cool. This is cool. You just showed Tarzan. Oh man, fan.
The Fan. Cool.
Great.
Like
Yeah,
that.
man.
I don't know what's in these bags. I just saw what's
Hey.
on the front.
For $2, this is a great deal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, great deal.
What does it come to? Like 20 cents a comic or something?
Yeah, something like that. It was funny though. I was in line and this girl saw these books. She goes, "Oh my God, Pink Panther! Where'd you find that?" And I pointed it out to her. So she jumped out of line to go get books. Oh, there you go. And I told her where else she can go. But yeah, I was just out paying bills, and I figured, I'm gonna swing in there. Oh, this has got some serious schmutz on it, but oh well. At the top,
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
still a reader. You know what I'm saying? Still a
I wasn't
reader.
collecting coal back then. It wasn't me.
Yeah. I grabbed it. I think for
Ooh,
this
that's a
cover.
nice find.
Yeah, I grabbed it for that book, and this one looks really good. Power Man Iron Fist, a little rabbit ear on it, but that's okay. I don't mind.
Oh yeah, the ballerina issue. Yeah.
That's a good era of Power Man and Iron Fist, I think, with Terry
Nice.
Gamble and
Oh yeah.
We need a poo. After me, honey piglet. I'll get a got some
Christopher
Batman.
Robin.
Oh, piglet. Oh, here you go. This would be something that Ray would like. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, corner got bit off, but that's okay. It's a Thor.
Thor.
Oh,
Yeah, man. You know it.
Oh, here you go. Eternal.
My lighter fluid is always ready to go.
Ooh, that's a nice Eternals.
Yeah,
Number
early.
Yeah.
two.
It's pretty banged up though, but that's okay. I mean, it's still all complete. Like I say, you can't go wrong for $2. This one, I saw the turtles, and I was like, okay, I'll grab this one. These ones, I don't think all of them are in bags and boards.
Oh, from the Adventure series. Yeah.
The star, nice. Don't know what that is, but that's okay.
I don't either. Yeah.
Remember that one.
Hey, amateur player, welcome, buddy. Great to see you.
Oh, there
here.
you go. Incredible
It's the Sloth.
Hulk.
Oh yeah. That's later in the run. Yeah.
Oh, here you go. I think that's Mike Allred. No, it's not Mike Allred. It looks like it could be.
Psycho
It
KO.
does look like. I don't think it is Michael Allred, but it does
No.
look a lot.
Does look like
I've never seen that comic before.
I think that was from a comic company that for a while was trying to print cheaper comics on newsprint.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Take
I'll turn
off,
yeah.
but they
They're
tried for a
still
while.
out there, I think.
G.I. Joe. That's why I grabbed this.
Yeah,
Cool.
man, $2 a bag, man. Yep.
Power Pack.
Okay.
I think I already had this one.
Tad has just like a radar for cheap comics. I don't know how he does it, but he does.
All right,
I
on
tell
here's
you,
another
the area
Thor.
he's in must be a gold mine for that stuff because
Oh, is that Walt Simonson?
everywhere he goes, he finds comic books. For
I know.
nothing.
I mean,
Oh, this is nice.
he goes into a department store, comes out with comics.
Oh,
I mean,
very nice.
Yeah. My wife's always like, how do you do that? Oh, here you go. Richie Rich. This looks really nice. Giving a moose milk. Moose milk.
yeah, look at
A
the
moose with
antlers there.
Antlers, dollar antlers.
Oh, sweet. This is actually a really nice one, too. It's Ramita. Dino Riders number 3.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool.
And
I didn't
then
know Ramita did that. That's nice.
Human Fly number 15.
Uh-oh. The Curse of the Human Fly.
That's coming to you, Roger. No, after today, I think the books I have for you are right here, and I'm gonna get them in a box. I'm gonna try to get them mailed out ASP because
No worries, buddy. No, but I'm down to just needing 3, and they're all prompts,
Yeah.
so
Well,
I'm stoked to no end.
that's the last bag I got. Got
Oh, yeah, I
Superman
got that
there.
one. That was given away at schools. I remember when they were trying to give us the trash 80s to work.
Oh, trash 80s.
Oh, those things were awful, man.
Oh, nice. Like looks like I got a decent amount of Warlord in here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mike Grail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Oh,
character.
sweet. I love this.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll take
Grell. Grell.
Ooh.
The
Stuff.
Grell, and then
Thor.
oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Wow.
Still 35 cents.
Yeah, I might have to go back there and buy some more bags.
If
Look
that
at
other
this,
person
look at
didn't
this.
grab them all.
I'll pay you to put that human fly in Roger's box. You guys are evil in here. You guys are terrible.
Actually, I found
Such
you.
a-
I found you a couple cool books. I don't know. I'll just show these books real quick, and then I got to go.
All right, man.
I did have to go to my LCS, and I found
Just
some
great
books.
to have you on, no matter if it's just for a few minutes, man.
I love this
How's
guy.
the house coming along?
The guys today they're almost finishing up the floor. They had to do a little bit more work in the bathroom. They had to
Ooh,
replace
that's
some of the baseboard. And
Okay.
so after that's all done, we got the guys coming tomorrow to do the countertops. And after the countertops, we got the plumber coming in. Oh, preview book. And then after the plumber comes in, and then the electrician comes in, and then the guys finish up the upper part of the cabinets. And then my house should be done. And then I could figure out where I'm going to put my comic books.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll be right there, sweetheart. Go ahead. You can ask me.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
among
I
friends.
can't hear
Don't
you.
worry.
What do you use to pick up pee? Well, you shouldn't miss the toilet. Just kidding. I know it's a puppy. I know. Grab a paper towel, spray some of that floor stuff on it, and then just wipe it up. Thanks, sweetheart. Oh yeah,
Cat?
yeah. No, the puppy.
Oh, the
Ooh,
puppy.
look at that.
My
Yeah,
wife took us a while to figure out a name for him, but we call him oh gosh, Fozzie from the Muppets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw the picture in the stream. He's so cute. Oh my gosh.
yeah, he's adorable. He attracts a lot of people.
Oh, you're gonna.
Well, if I ever don't want people to
Oh.
find me, I shouldn't take him with me.
To ship 10 comics to Canada, I don't know, $20 maybe or
You ever
something?
seen this before?
No, that's a Shoney's. Yeah.
Are
That's a
these-
giveaway. They used to give them away when you go to Shoney's you were a kid, so that while your parents were ordering food, you'd have puzzles and stuff to do.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So
it's
this
like
is
the big boy comics, but
I
later.
don't think they had Shoney's where I lived. I haven't heard of that.
I've never heard of
Shoney's were in the South.
oh yeah,
Is
it says
Is
free
it
for our
like a
dad.
diner style restaurant or something?
Yep. I used to go with my mom and dad, and I used to have a few of those because of that.
Do you have this one?
I do not have that one.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So if you're not attached to it, I'll definitely take it.
Good to
Because
know.
I love flag covers, and of course the Shoney's giveaway are very nostalgic to me. But I do have some.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah. When you get to a certain age, nostalgia
Kinda
is
good to know.
very important to you.
I mean, it might show in the box. It might. You know. I mean, I do need to make space out here. So
Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah.
Well, I thought
So
Tat
don't
was talking about Roger. Well, I do not pee on the floor. I'm not that old yet.
Only if he's excited. Only if he's really
Maybe
excited.
Jackson thinks
I
you're
have to
like
be
him.
really excited, like show me a giant size X-Men 1 kind of excitement, that.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for having me on, guys. I do have to go. I appreciate you guys. You know I do. And
Yeah,
I said-
we love you, buddy.
I'm gonna
Thank you so
get
much for
that-
coming by. I appreciate it.
not a problem. I'm gonna get that box together today, and I'm gonna let you know as soon as I mail it out so you can have that
worries.
complete value stamp set. So
And I sent that stuff to Bub. He should have it by today, and he's going to give the other one to DS
Oh,
at
DS?
HeroesCon.
Sweet. Thank you so much for doing that too, because I just
Yeah, of
figured
course, man.
you
My
know
pleasure.
them and you got their addresses, so it'd be easier for you to.
Yeah, no worries about it. Like I said, I talked to Bub and everything was cool. I was just like, I want to get it before Heroes Con, so I'll make sure he was going to be there before that I got mailed, or else I can mail it up to TS because he lives
Right.
closer. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
All right,
just show
buddy,
you guys.
take care.
This is the little spot that I got to sit in now.
Oh,
Because-
yeah.
Really crowded.
I'm
Yeah.
not kidding when I talk about comic books. I'm walking sideways.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got a problem.
Yeah.
I got to go
Yeah,
to AA or something.
You and Rob have similar habits for stacking comics. I see. Yeah.
Oh, that's just because I have no other place. But thanks, guys.
I'm just messing
Take
with you
care.
guys.
Love
Take
you,
care.
brothers. Oh, I know.
Appreciate that.
I know. It's all good. Take care, brothers.
All right, man.
Like that.
Bye.
All right, Damien. Finally, good to see you here, my friend.
Glad I could make it.
By the way, we're shutting the stream down a little early today because I didn't know if you were here when I said that, but I have to go pick corn, believe it or not, at my sister-in-law's. So she wants us there about 7:30.
Hopefully you get to eat some of it.
Oh, I already have, but this is the second time we're going. So yeah.
Okay, well, just let me know if I'm going too long.
No. We still have an hour or so that's no problem.
This is a new recreate facsimile of this Superman versus Shazam.
Mhm.
One that I never read as a kid, but it's full of Rich Buckler art. Rich Buckler in his more Neil Adams-esque phase. You never know what kind of art you'll get from Rich Buckler.
Yeah, he had like a Kirby phase, kinda, and he had a Buckler. He had a Neil Adams phase, and he had almost like a George Perez phase too.
Yeah. Well, and George Perez was one of his assistants.
Correct.
So it's kind of like who came first? I don't know.
Right. And that's a good issue because that Treasury is actually an original story, not one of the reprints that you
Right. So I'm excited to read it since I never got to read it before.
Yeah, Farmer Metarog, that's me.
And I'm hoping there will be some Supergirl and Mary Marvel in here as the cover shows, because my daughter always gets a kick out of that.
Oh, I'm sure. Kraken Duck's gonna love it.
And then I don't know if you're how much in touch you are with Donald Rex. Did you know about his project to make a book out of these romance comics?
Yes. You got one. Great.
This is his favorite romance artist at Charlton, called Enrique Nieto.
Correct.
And so Donald Rex, who has a cool channel, for those who don't know, he has been reading tons of Charlton romance, and he decided he loved this art so much that he just scanned all of Nieto's artwork and went to a print on demand, and just printed up, I think, 6 or 8 copies of a hardback book that he designed himself. So it's non-commercial, so it doesn't really get affected by copyright laws. And he did this sort of pink paper for it, and it's this really cool sort of psychedelic romance art. It almost feels like, I don't know, like underground comics or something. It's so
really wow
kooky. I mean, not in bad taste like underground comics.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he let me know about the project way back when, and he asked me if I had some of the pages, and I did not. So but he found them somewhere.
So it's kind of a unique item. Comes out of the friendship with Donald. I just trusted that it would be something interesting, and it has been very interesting so far.
Yeah,
and
cool.
you probably know, Roger, but other people might not know that Donald actually tracked down Nieto in his retirement, and he has a little interview with him here.
Yeah.
So
he
that's
told
great.
me about it. Yeah.
And some pictures of Nieto in his youth, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, cool little item.
I mean, that is so neat when you think about Donald being such a huge fan that he wanted to create this so that we could share in it.
Right.
And to me, that is the kind of thing that this community is so incredible about. That the passion that you have, you can spread it. You can actually, congeal it into something like that.
Right.
That otherwise we wouldn't have. And I'm so glad you got one. I really couldn't afford it.
It was pretty expensive.
Yeah, I get it. But
I've got the budget for those things.
But I totally support things like that for sure.
And I am a member of Anachronic Joe's channel, and he had a giveaway for the members of his channel, and I won. And so I got this, The Flash Unwrapped by Francis Manipool. These are issues of The Flash, I believe, from the New 52. I'm not 100% sure, but I think from the New 52. And I enjoy Manipool's artwork, so it's fun to see what it looked like before it got colored. And one of the interesting things to me is he uses a lot of his own grayscale, I guess, to kind of indicate things to the colorist. I'm not sure exactly how that works once it gets colored, but I'll have to dig up my old issues and compare it. But Manipool has, I mean, he's not, he does interesting things with layouts, which is sort of one of my favorite things about him. So thank you to Joe for that. I don't know if Joe's still watching. I saw him in the stream earlier.
Yeah, he was earlier, yeah.
And I don't know where I picked this up or what this is. It says Spumo comic book, and it was published by Dark Horse in service to mankind. It says 10 cents, but then underneath $5.95.
Yeah.
It must have been something Dark Horse published at some point. And maybe, I don't know if it, ooh, that's kind of a naughty page. I don't know if it's a European comic or what it is.
Kind of has that vibe about it, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know. Or it may be something made to look like something else. I just don't know. It has a bit of a, what was that cartoon called? Rem and Stimpy kind of feel.
Right.
So I just dug this up out of a pile.
Imagine the piles you have, Damon. You don't even know what's in there. That's funny.
It's a little sad. And then I have a pile.
But hey, you have a surprise every once in a while, so that's not too bad.
And then here I have a pile of comics. The last time I was in my storage unit, and I was sorting through comics, and I was making a pile of things. Oh, I want to read that soon. I want to read. So these is a pile of back issue stuff I want to read that I've gathered up for myself. There's this Captain Victory Graphite edition, where Tomorrow's. Most of you are probably familiar with the Tomorrow's publishers. They got a hold from the Kirby family of the Xeroxes of the pencils of Captain Victory.
Captain Victory.
So you have to read the original lettering, that Kirby put in, and then the letterer re-letters it.
Right.
But that's just
neat.
fun.
That is very neat. I didn't know that existed.
And I'm kind of working I guess I didn't find them when I was there this time, but I'd like to reread the whole Captain Victory sequence, because I haven't done that since the 80s when it came out.
Yeah, I have a few that I have to reread as well. Hey, Brian, welcome, bud. Good to see you here. Aaron. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Aaron. Marvel 2-in-1, where the Thing meets Deathlock. And I'm a big Deathlock fan, as I think you are too.
You know it.
So I wanted to read that.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good issue. You'll like it.
Deathlock meets another favorite character of mine.
Yeah.
Rich Buckler's two greatest creations there.
Yeah. You knew they would meet at some point. Yeah.
Demon Hunter, then Devil Hunter, and then another name in the
Devil Slayer too.
Devil Slayer.
Yes. Yeah. It's like every publisher, he had a slightly different name, but it was in the same, general vicinity of the other name.
And then another Kirby series I want to reread, 2001: A Space Odyssey. There's number 1.
Get ready for some really funky reading.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
I think at the time it came out, I wasn't ready for it.
I don't think anybody was ready for it.
But I think now I know what I'm getting into. So
right.
I'm hoping to enjoy it. And number 2.
Deathlock would wipe the floor with Human Fly.
Yes, he would. It would be an amusing one-page comic, right? Number 5. So I haven't found all of my issues at the moment. Number 6. Someone with a big head there.
Yeah.
2 copies of number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8.
That's the good one to have, because that's the pricier
Right.
one.
This is the one that took me the longest to find. And I think I probably did pay. The rest of these, I think I paid like 50 cents to $1 for. Yeah. But I think I may have paid around $12 for this.
Yeah. That's
So
actually a good
that's the
price.
first appearance of Machine Man.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't known, I think, as Machine Man back then, but that's him, all right. Yeah,
Right.
he was
Mr.
known as
Machine.
X51 or something. I forgot.
X51 and then Mr. Machine.
Mr. Machine. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's X51 on this cover. Then on the next issue, it says Mr. Machine.
Mr. Machine. Yeah. I can remember which came first, but yeah, X51. I remember.
X51 must be first, and then Mr. Machine, and then later. And he also had a human-sounding name, like Adam something.
Aaron Stack.
Aaron Stack.
Aaron Stack. Yeah.
Number 10. And as far
He
as
was a machine man, so he was.
As far as I know, these can never be reprinted because of the 2001 logo.
Correct. They don't have that. They don't have a license to it anymore. Yeah. Maybe they can reprint it in some other way, but they can't call it that.
And this is just a wonderful cover. I think I think I didn't mean to put this in my to read pile. I meant to. I wanted this to join the rest of my Spider-Man collection, so I need to do that.
Hey, Matt, welcome, buddy. Good to see you here.
And then I wanted to read the Hulk issues that have Warlock in them. And I got some other issues sort of surrounding that. So here's 174. And then these issues of the Hulk are from my original collection, the ones my mom found in the attic, and I still haven't taken them out of their little storage bags.
So those are those old thin poly bags?
They're not, they're like, I don't know what they are. They're some kind of bags that my mom must have bought for food.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I don't know if I found a way to seal them. I think it was just from the heat in the attic. So I have to use a knife to get them out of these bags.
Wow.
So I haven't unbagged them yet. 175.
Well, they're probably in nice shape then if they were sealed up, They don't got any dust or water or anything in there.
I don't know if Warlock story starts in this, but it leads into 176. This is definitely on.
That's when they sent him on the rocket to counter Earth.
Right.
So
and there we are on counter Earth fighting the, what's he called? The Beast Man?
Man Beast. Yeah.
Man Beast.
Yeah.
I love that cover.
Yeah. Great stuff.
And because of my nostalgia, the Herb Trimpe era of the Hulk is always my favorite.
Yeah, I'm with
We
you.
have Warlock on the cover. And then making explicit the undercurrent of the whole story, which is Warlock's like Jesus and Man Beast is like the devil. The death of Warlock. So following Jesus' example, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't catch that when I was a kid, but when I reread it after that, I was like, oh, I get it now.
And I think this is a reprint of some earlier pre-Marvel timely comic, Homer the Happy Ghost.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see. And it's obvious who they're imitating.
That's not a title you see very often there.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the copyright.
Could be sandwich bags for Dagwood. You guys are crack me up. Yeah, counter.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was a reprint, but I don't know.
I know there are some. I think you're right. Atlas or Timely's of that with Homer, but again, that's not a title I'm ever familiar with at all.
Yeah, somewhere I read it was a reprint. Usually, you can see in the indicia something. I'd like to reread Omega the Unknown. And I don't know if this is my original copy or not, a 9p.
No, it can't be because it's a British version.
Well, but when I spent a year in Switzerland and I would find British comics in some of the stores.
Oh.
So I might have bought this in Switzerland. Let's see what year this came out.
Oh, that would explain it.
75. Yeah, I was in the 75-76 school year. I was in Geneva, Switzerland.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow.
That's why I think I might have bought that. These might actually be my original copies. Number 2 is a 9p also.
That would make sense. Great. I mean, it's the same exact comic, except
same exact comic.
Yeah, and that little banner.
But collectors pay less for the Pence copies. And a Morbius.
Yeah, really good series that one is, by the way.
It's Gil Kane artwork. I like Morbius best when Gil Kane draws it, and Steve Gerber writing. So who knows what Insanity will.
No, I think Gerber did a really good job in that series. Actually, I mean, when you read it, let me know. But I really enjoyed it. It really humanized Morbius a bit. Ooh,
Night
looky
Nurse,
there.
number 4. This is the only Night Nurse I have, I believe, and it's the art's by Winslow Mortimer. Was he mostly a DC artist? I'm not sure, but
Wasn't that the guy on that movie with Eddie Murphy? Trading Places?
oh, was that his name?
I think that was his name, Winslow Mortimer. Maybe
it
they were
does sound
comic book
kind of like a
fans.
pseudonym or something, but I
Yeah.
think he was a real person. Marvel's collector's item classic.
Nice.
I think it just reprints earlier. It's not Atlas stuff. I think it just reprints.
Yeah,
earlier.
I think it's earlier Silver Age stuff. I think.
So that was number 19, and this is number 20. These covers are very fun.
Gil Kane, where's the music? We don't do that here, Scotty.
Speaking of Rich Buckler, I think this was my very first Rich Buckler comic.
Wow.
And it looks exactly like Jack Kirby.
That was his Kirby phase, yeah.
And this was an early Fantastic Four that I read as a kid, but I think I rebought it. But so some of my early Kirby experience was actually Rich Buckler.
Yeah. Probably I thought the same, by the way. We pretend.
And this is another issue in the same sequence. When Sue delivers divorce papers to Reed and appears to have run off with Namor as her new boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then together they attack New York City.
Yeah, that was a while.
The gentleman's name is Gorgon, Marvel's greatest comics.
Mm-hmm.
This is when the Fantastic Four was at their absolute peak, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Little Gulliver of Mars, I think, and Creatures of the Loose on the Loose. Bill Payne cover. The Living Mummy. I think this has what's his name? Val Mayrick art.
Yeah, Val Mayrick, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice double page spread there.
Yeah.
The War That Shook the World. I think I have all of these, so I just wanted to start finding them. So I just have number 3 and number 4 of the Marvel Universe Deluxe.
And they all make a strip if you put them side by side.
Right. Yeah, let's see.
I know somebody way back when that put them around the perimeter of their wall so it looked like a circle. They're running around their room.
wow.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Does it connect like this?
No. Open them up. Open them up like the double page spread.
Right. It's kind of hard to hold them both
And
open.
then, yeah, that's right. You need big hands, but yeah, then it's like they start running into each other. Yeah.
Well,
There you go, like that.
I don't think I can do it.
There you go, like that. There you go. You see how the arm of Dr. Octopus continues into the other one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Like that. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Very cool. Well, hopefully I have them all, or if I don't, I can easily get them.
Yeah. And there are 2 series, but that one is the better one, the deluxe edition.
And I never read these, but as a Jack Kirby fan, you just become obsessive. So I figure it's time to read these Omacs.
That Omac, yeah.
It is written by Bruce Jones, who is a writer I like. So hopefully there's something good to be said about it.
Okay, Scotty. So you want to do that? Cool.
Scotty's going to do the wraparound.
Wrap around, yeah.
Got 2 copies of that by accident. These are 50 centers, I'm sure. Number 2.
Yeah, Rob has those.
I don't think this has much connection at all to Kirby's OMAC, but I'm going to give him a read anyway. Number 3.
Yeah, it certainly looks very different.
Another number 3. I think he's more like just a killer robot or something. Number 4.
Oh, you wanted to. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Number 6. And then
Yeah,
the middle of
DC
this,
Who's
I
Who,
guess
yeah.
this is a different series. The OMAC Project looks almost the same, but this is issue 6 of the OMAC Project.
Hmm.
This is issue 6 of OMAC, so that's what made me realize it's
Yeah.
not the same thing. Issue 7
Breaking out.
and issue 8. I don't know if that's the complete series. I have to look it up, but who knows? Maybe I'll read the first issue and decide not to read the rest. Of it.
Yeah, Jackson says, let him know what you think about it. He was thinking of picking it up.
Yeah, Bruce Jones was a very good writer. He has a
Yeah.
bunch of good stuff from the 80s through the sometime in the 2000s.
Yeah, agreed. Done for
So
now?
that's everything in that stack. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. Probably get back to you in a bit. All right, let me show a little bit more of the Marvels that that Mike gave me. It's going to be a lot of Avengers, things like that. But this is an interesting one. Giant size Marvel team up, Marvel Triple Action #2.
Yes. When it still had triple action.
When it still had 3 different, yeah, correct. Because this was the giant size. The regular one only had the Avengers, I think, at this
Yeah,
point.
I think you're right. And it was called triple action. As a kid, I was like, where's the triple action?
Yeah, I had the same kind of, I don't get it. And here's Werewolf by Night 25. I think this is the one that does not have the value stamp that he didn't want. He already had a copy, so I gave him a bunch of mine that didn't have the value stamp. But if he already had a copy, he didn't take it. Avengers 234.
That's a nice cover.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch like manipulating, with their hand there. And here we have 243. This is right where the Secret Wars, when they got, teleported to. Yeah, everybody disappeared, right? And here we definitely have Buscema and Tom Palmer inking.
Oh yeah, that's a great cover. I have that one. I remember it well.
And that's I think this is the first Rita Moreno Yellow Jacket one. And put on your sunglasses, guys, because here we have a shiny one. 369.
Wow.
That is a shiny one there.
Hard to see anything on that.
Yeah, it's embossed, but it's it's hard to make it out on the video. Here's this is a 2-part story. The other one is in West Coast Avengers, but here's where the bi-coastal Avengers team up against the Freedom Force. I think that's the part 1. Here's 203. I think there's a Beast and Wonder Man story, as I recall, against these. Must be Carmen Infantino, these funky looking beasts.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
And it looks like Gene Colan here on 207. Shadow Lord cometh. I like when they go to the Old English,
Yeah.
That's just could have said the Shadow Lord.
I think that's Stan Lee started that. That's one of the things I like about Stan Lee is having fun with language.
Here's 209, the Resurrection Stone. Obviously, these zombies or whatever are coming out of the graves here. And here we have 210, the Wrath of the Weathermen. No, these are not meteorologists.
Was Jim Shooter the writer at this point?
I think this is beyond that.
Okay.
Let me look. I think it was Stern.
It's not important. I just had this trying to remember.
Okay, no worries. We'll take a quick look in here.
On
Matt Lowe was writing at this point.
Oh.
He did have a short stint around this era that I recall, yeah. But Shooter did write some, but I think in the around 180s or so he gave up to somebody else. 212, the Elf Queen. She almost did away with the Avengers, as I recall. She was pretty powerful. And here we have 211 with everybody coming through. It's probably one of the famous Avengers, trying to reorganize the team issues, where they would crank out every other hero that was around, and essentially they change one or two. Yeah,
looks fun.
Now this is a cover you will never see in nowadays because it is, disturbing. Number 218 with this kid with a gun to his head. Yeah, that's issue there. It's an issue right there. 217. My phone keeps dropping. Oh,
It's
well.
funny the stuff that we're very sensitive about now and used to seem completely acceptable to.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking what 40-ish years ago. So
I know.
Things change, but yeah. But even back then,
It's
I was
hard for
like,
the old brain to take in the changes.
I know. But even back then, I was like, wow, that cover is, a bit disturbing.
I guess
220.
It didn't occur to me.
Bob Hall cover, really nice one too. War Against the Gods. I was bummed. He was supposed to be at Heroes Con last year when I was there, and I had a few comics that I wanted him to sign for. Oh, I wanted to meet him first, but he had to cancel.
I saw an interesting panel a few years ago at a con with Bob Hall on it. I had no idea his main passion was the theater.
Really?
And he just sort of got into comics as a side gig, and then it kind of took off. And I guess
that's interesting.
Bounced
I
back
did not
and
know
forth
that.
between theater and comics. I'm trying to remember what he did in theater. Whether it was
Like
writing,
what, did he like do
writing
scripts?
plays, or was it set design? I just can't remember now.
Oh, okay. Here's
upset
an interesting one. 224 with these lovers in the back, and you have Yellow Jacket behind bars.
Oh yeah, that's a clever design. Is
Isn't
that
it?
Bob Hall also?
This is Brett Breeding, actually.
Oh, Brett Breeding. I forgot about it.
Yeah, nice job, Brett.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Brett Breeding, but that's well done. And here's a good issue, 225, with the return of the Black Knight. And you got the floating heads, and you got the ornate.
Is there a signature on that cover? Because I don't recognize the style.
Yes, Ed Hannigan and Jim Beatty.
Huh.
And finally, we have 231. And again, I already have all these issues, so this will be coming. These will be going out to somebody probably in my subscriber giveaway in a few months.
Right. Well, they'll be getting some good ones.
Yeah. Well, probably I'm going to have like the same thing I did before. I'll have a bunch, and they can make their own box.
That was a lot of fun.
And that way, that they get the stuff that they really want, not just random stuff.
Right.
All right, Rob.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Oh, okay. Mostly reprints in this box. Got Marvel Superhero.
The Rhino.
And Marvel Superhero 67.
My daughter thinks Sandman is the most wonderfully silly villain.
66.
She's like,
You know what it was, Jackson.
Galaxy Master.
Yeah. That's like Hulk, early Hulk.
But they're not all reprints. Here's Marvel Presents number 12.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Nice.
Number 11.
Yeah, this is when Al Milgrom was at his best, in my opinion.
Number 8.
Language.
I always like Al Milgrom better on covers than interiors.
Yeah, true. But even his interiors here were pretty good.
Oh, okay.
7.
He had like spurts where he was inspired and did well, and then others like very uninspired.
And you got Marvel's Greatest Comics.
Oh yeah, that was a good storyline.
Yes, it was.
A chill the monkey brains. What if it cometh bookish boxes? I think my tongue would be tied in knots if I had to do that.
Marvel Double Feature.
And lo, Medarog cometh. Or enter Medarog.
It's like I'm reading a Thor comic, Yeah, I remember buying these off the rack, Rob, and thinking, "Ooh, these are great." And I'm like, "Oh, hold on, these are reprints."
Yeah.
It took me a long time to sort out when I was reading reprints and when I wasn't.
Oh, that's great Hembeck stuff there. Yeah,
I love the Hembeck.
Oh man, he's so
Marvel Age Annual number 2.
Wraparounder.
Ooh, a
Yeah.
flip cover.
Nice. Well, not wraparounder. I guess two covers. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's some random Marvel ages in here. It's number 66. I don't even know who those people are.
Marvel Age ran for a long time.
Yeah, quite a bit.
65.
I know who those are.
It was pretty much the entire issue. Sometimes I had to cut out a page or so, but yeah, pretty much the whole thing.
Marvel Tales, number 205.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Marvel Team Up.
printing Marvel Team Up, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. You got it.
Here's number 200. Reprints that one of the annuals.
Yeah.
I heard an interview with someone who was an editor on those reprints. Sometimes they would like clip out, if they didn't have enough pages, they would clip out different panels and rearrange the page to try to make the story make sense.
Yeah.
198.
Yeah, I've compared a few of them to the originals, and that's exactly right. They do rearrange things.
197. $172.
Oh,
Ooh,
classic.
Classic.
I know that one.
It did go, yeah.
168.
And I'm pretty sure the later reprints always had the whole story. It was more the
133.
Right.
mid 70s that was the problem.
One of these had a
all those
Peter
ad
Parker
pages.
story in the back of it, and I don't remember what it was. 131.
Sandman.
And I assumed that it was a new story in the back, but I don't know for sure.
I think you're right, Rob. I think it is a new story. Yeah. Yeah, because I think they had to fill it in.
It didn't
now.
seem like something they would reprint, so
Yeah, it's probably something
One-
they cooked up to just finish the page count.
yeah. There's a lot of filler in some of these, in the later ones. That you see a lot of pinups and things like that from different places.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
116,
the Grizzly.
115.
Mine
They
were.
used to do pinups a lot in the 60s, and then they kind of dropped them. I'm not sure why.
Marvel Super Action number 6.
Yeah, nice.
Number 5.
Yeah, I'm with you, DS. I had a lot of those too.
And I always thought Marvel Super Actions just reprinted Captain America, but I was wrong because here is number 4.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, they took a break on that issue. Number
Yeah.
3.
That was a weird thing, wasn't it? Maybe they couldn't find it that day, that month or something.
Yeah, you got to wonder what was going on.
Yeah, you have to wonder. Yeah, that's weird.
Number 2.
That sleeper looks so cool to me.
Yeah, Kirby did a good job on
And-
the sleepers. Yeah.
Number 1 with a printing ink blot right on his face.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Does that
that's.
make it a variant cover?
I don't know.
There's actually quite a few with that ink blot. Actually,
Yeah.
there. Yeah, there are quite a few. I've had a few in my past. Yeah,
Marvel Superheroes 87.
the weight of 1971 is upon him.
That was a
And then
cool-
some Marvel 2-in-1s. Here's number 33.
Cool.
32.
Bob, my trap below 17. You're too bad. You are too
Marvel
bad.
Collection, number 34.
Feel free to come on, my friend. Although we're not going to be here too long. Hey, look who's here. Joker 68.
2-in-1, 31.
What's up, Kurt? How you doing? Great to see you here, my friend.
Marvel Triple Action 36.
This guy here is one of the reasons why I am on YouTube right now.
Does he still have a channel?
No, he does not anymore. He's has some health issues that have
Oh,
not allowed him to make videos, unfortunately.
Marvel Triple Action 35. Marvel 2-in-1 25.
All right, Rob, you got some good stuff coming up.
Marvel Triple Action 37.
Yeah, I love that villain, the Super Adaptoid.
Me too.
And
As a
then-
kid, I was fascinated.
I'm still fascinated.
Also in this box was the complete.
You had to join the
The
wife
Kent-
for dinner. Oh, Joe, priorities. Come on.
There's number 1 of the Kents, which I guess tells the story of the Kent family in the Old
Kent
West.
family.
Children, frontier days.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I tried reading that one and I didn't like it.
Wow. Well, now we know who to blame. You guys are terrible.
Thor.
Doing well, my friend.
Well, if he inspired you, we have to thank him. Now.
He absolutely did.
At least I thank him.
Absolutely did.
6.
There are many that I can credit, but he's one of the very first to shout me out and and let me know that my channel had value.
Yes, that's important when you start out.
You got it. That was never my plan to be a YouTuber. Let's put it that way.
And
Wow, tight stuff here, Rob.
they're cool covers. I haven't read any of them, but
I bet that story is pretty. I mean, I know that this is pre-Superman stuff, but I bet you it's interesting.
But they have the Superman logo on every cover. So were they like trying to tie it into that, or
They were trying, yeah.
You know it.
Help sell it.
You know it.
As I remember, I think it was about like a post-Civil War story, maybe. There was something about slavery and treatment of.
No worry,
coverless
Kurt.
invaders in
You're
there.
always in my
The
prayers,
Fly,
buddy. All right.
The 4-star spectacular number 1.
Rob, do you buy these in a lot without knowing what's in them, or do you see everything before you buy
I
it?
see everything that goes in, and then I judge how much I want to pay for the box. So a lot of it will just count as 0,
Right.
But like otherwise I'll just, if it's a book I want to get or I think I can resell, it counts as $1 towards what I'm willing to spend.
Towards what you're willing to pay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good formula. Yeah.
So I get Justice League of America 126, but unfortunately it's incomplete.
Oh, bummer.
And this he threw in a couple like just junk books in there to get rid of them. I mean, you knew they were junk books. He said they were junk books. So, but this is old Wonder Woman that somebody cut the dinosaur out of the cover.
Oh, boy.
That would be a nice book to have.
Oh, man.
And I got to look it up because I really want to see what a dinosaur looks like on an escalator. But
Yeah, you got to paste that up again, Rob. We got to see that hole. Come on. All right, Kurt.
it's
Hope
148.
you feel better, buddy. I know it's painful.
Yeah. Pray for you.
And then, I mean, to put it in perspective too, I also have a box sitting here where the only reason I bought it was because it was so darn cheap, right? Because I was counting how many comics they put in there, but it was all modern stuff. It was all like 2015, 2016. But I got the box for only $8. And they crammed 101 comics into this box.
Whoa.
Holy
It's the
cow.
most I've ever seen put into a box. And I'm like, you know what? I sell that stuff on the $2 sales. So what the
That's
heck?
like what,
You know,
8 cents a
8
comic?
cents or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Good.
well, and shipping on top of that, so it's more like 16 cents. But
yeah,
still,
that's true.
But there's
Yeah,
still
just-
people who will buy them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Enough of them to get my money back, definitely.
Yeah. So you're
Oh, yeah.
definitely
You know,
doing
At
well.
that price, come on. Wow. Good
But
job,
yeah, I couldn't
Rob.
resist it just because of the cheap price.
Yeah, of course. I mean, at that rate, you just sell a couple and you're pretty much set. Ooh, uh-oh. That
Okay.
sounded heavy.
This box just says Superman on it, but I have a
Oh,
feeling
nice.
it's not just Superman. We'll see.
The junk book can be used as decoupage,
I can't.
I suppose.
The World of Krypton,
Uh-huh.
number
Bird stuff.
2.
Yeah.
The World of Krypton, number 3.
It's heavy for us, Joe.
Number 4. Who did this? Oh, Byrne and Mignola.
Mhm.
Early Mignola, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. Get lost, Superboy. Who needs you?
Yeah, they had a lot of
Once
those.
you're super strong, you've got to worry that some other super strong person will come
Yeah.
along and no one will want you anymore.
In that era of Superboy, there was a lot of that kind of stuff where they're trying to belittle him and all that.
Right. A lot of insecurity or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then there's the covers where Superman is just being mean to somebody.
Oh yeah. Superman as a jerk was an era as well.
Right. He doesn't want to give Aquaman or Jimmy Olsen some water in the middle of the desert. Sorry, Jimmy. The ground rules allow only one of you to survive, you or Aquaman.
Boy.
That might be a Neil Adams cover. I'm not sure.
Yeah, looks like to me. Yeah. Or at least inking.
Now, this is the kind of cover I love. It looks like Lois Lane has gone to Krypton. Is it a Lois Lane, the super maid from Earth? What might have happened if Earth had exploded instead of Krypton?
Oh, so it's one of those imaginary
That's
stories.
fun.
Yeah.
I should read that with my daughter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did we show? Did someone might have shown this on our Superman thing with Naman?
I did.
Old folks home for superheroes. I think maybe Iggy showed this one.
I showed it too. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Bad memory.
Yeah, there were 2 issues there where he was like aged, or 2 or 3, a few issues. It's a fun era.
Phantom Zone, a different Phantom Zone. Oh no, that before it was Krypton. Phantom Zone series, the final chapter. I think this was Steve Gerber. If I remember correctly, with Gene Colan.
Yeah, grumpy old Superman. Yeah. He wasn't all that grumpy. He was more like kind of depressed Superman, really.
Superman being tortured by a bunch of guys in suits. They're spraying kryptonite at him in the cage of doom.
Tell ya. No respect.
What is this? Jimmy Olsen's captive double. He's torturing a tiny version of himself with kryptonite, I guess.
Hey,
I don't know.
Matilda might like that one because Jimmy's being tortured.
Jimmy's being tortured, yeah, by himself.
She might like that one.
He is wearing a yellow shirt. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah.
I guess some people love yellow covers because there's like a thing on Instagram where people are showing their yellow
I do myself. So, do you know an escalator? Hey, Michael, welcome to Decapage Don. Yeah, that'll work.
Some people don't like it, but I think John Byrne's Man of Steel was very good.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, considering the job he had to do on it, I think it made sense to make Superman not that uber powerful.
Yeah.
So
and his remaking of Lex Luthor, I think, was a really good thing.
Yeah.
He's now that ever since then he's been like the evil businessman rather than just sort of a mad scientist. Yeah. What do we got here? The engagement is off. I assume the engagement to Lois Lane.
Yeah.
I don't know if the real ring had Superman stuff in it.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah! Happy birthday, Matilda. That's right. It's her birthday today. Happy 31st.
Oh, happy birthday, Matilda. 30.
She's not on the stream yet, but I'll tell her to come watch.
Matilda was pretty young when she started hanging out with us old geezers.
Yeah, it's true. So we were younger too, though.
Well, but she must have been in her early 20s when she started.
Yeah.
And I was 50 when I started my channel.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I know I'm on the
that too.
What is it? Oh, this is when Action Comics was weekly. So I think it was an anthology book, lots of different stories. Boy, this really is a random box, but it's all Superman related.
Well, it's not that random if it's all Superman related.
The Adventures of Superman.
Oh yeah, from the animated series. Yeah.
Superman, apparently faster than the Flash, can dodge his fists. Now, there's always a certain illogic, like the Flash could be hurt very easily, one presumes. And hitting a wall might not be too good for him.
No. You guys. Jackson, you're too much, my friend.
Hooray for Clark Kent, down with Superman.
Oh, man.
Outside. There's another issue that has like a kid's drawing on it. It looks like this issue goes over
Yeah.
that issue
Interesting.
from 1998.
Yeah,
But
it's
it
got
looks
the
like they
go-go
were
checks.
going for a more retro style in 98 on Superman.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, look, they even have the go-go checks.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Well, they were fun. Loved the Deadman, Spectre, and Phantom Stranger issues. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I collected all of the weekly ones, and I've only read little bits of them, so I want to read the whole thing.
Hmm.
But there's so many comics I want to read. World
Yeah,
of
I'm with ya.
Krypton. Oh, some John
Ooh,
Byrne action comics.
cool. Hey, I think that's the first Silver Banshee there.
Yeah, he created Silver Banshee, didn't he?
Yep.
Sir John Byrne. Oh, there's another copy. Well, I hope it's worth like $100,000.
I think it's more like 10, but you know.
Booster Gold. One of Higgy's favorite characters. I
Yep.
have never been a Booster Gold guy,
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
but Higgy's recent video about Booster Gold was pretty convincing.
I haven't seen it yet. That's on my watch list when I get some time. Hey, Tat. Yeah, man. Always welcome, buddy. Great to see you here. I mean, you know, as usual, you get the great deals, so I'm like jealous, but you know, otherwise, it's great to see you.
I think this is the issue where it stopped being Action Comics Weekly and they returned to being a Superman book.
Yes, I believe so.
And I guess George Perez was the writer.
Oh, Joe likes a Booster Gold. All right. Well, everybody has his fans, you know.
I understand why people like him, and I probably should give him another chance. An imaginary novel, Super Brother against Super Brother, a 3-part novel. These things are long.
Ooh. Get a
Superman's
snack when you read
greatest
that one.
battles.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, Lex Luthor's looking pretty fit there. Whoops, over here.
Yeah. Hitting the gym there.
And you're guaranteed good sales when you've got a gorilla on the cover.
You got it, Titano, right on there.
He's flopping around in his box. Is Superman trying to be like Batman there? I'm not sure.
Spreading his wings. I think that was like an ancient version or something. I forgot what it
The
was.
poor devils think I'm their legendary superhero, but I'm a weakling on this world. I can only fly by using these glider wings.
Mm.
World's best-selling comics magazine.
Iggy Pop and Eddie Craddock.
I don't know
Oh,
if I
Jackson.
wonder if it was true. Was it the world's best-selling, or did Archie or Richie Rich sell better at the time?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I knew it was at one time the bestseller, but I don't remember.
Right. It probably was definitely DC's bestseller.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably hard to measure who was the best-selling.
But I know that Wiz outsold DC for quite a while.
Right. Yeah, during the
40s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Early
Right. He was the most popular comic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out some kind of invisible guy on the cover there.
Let's see.
20
Exclusive
center.
group of 2.
How are we doing on time?
Good. We got another 5 minutes or so.
Gorilla Grodd spinning Superman around by his cape.
Whoa.
Gorilla Grodd's grandstand play. I don't think of Grodd as a Superman villain, but
yeah, more of a Flash villain, I thought, but yeah.
Right.
And wasn't that an old axiom? You don't tug on Superman's cape. It looks like he broke that rule,
Grodd
right?
is making that mistake.
Right, Rob? I mean, was that a song or something that said that?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And we all know Superman is vulnerable to magic, so this makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger either.
That's right. That's right. That's another one of those. That's right. Yeah.
And you don't mess around with Jim?
Yep.
Yeah. That's right.
You don't spin into the wind and you don't mess around with Jim.
Yeah. Bad Leroy Brown. Is
Well,
that
that
right?
could be about Higgy.
Yeah, man. We're showing our age there, guys. Double whammy, man. Yeah.
Looks like once again Superman is a little. Oh, he didn't want to give away his secret identity there.
Mm.
The Fiend in the Fortress of Solitude.
So
I love
you picked these up from your storage unit? Is this what?
Yeah, so I actually have all my Superman boxes from my storage unit back at my house, and I've been procrastinating. I want to sort through them, put them all in proper order.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm a lazy guy.
Well, you're sleepy. Maybe you're not lazy. Maybe
Sleepy and lazy.
Maybe just tired. You got to pace yourself.
Oh,
Hey, look who's here!
Hey,
our buddy Travis. I saw that picture with your girlfriend there, Travis. I did not know
shocked that a girl would even spend time with him. But
I did not know that he had a significant other.
I just met her today. She was extremely nice.
I bet she is.
Now, do you believe my city exists under yours? The secret of the first metropolis. That looks cool. I want to read that.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's up with that. That sounds interesting. Like Seattle, right, where they built on top of the old city or whatever.
Really? Did they do that?
According to the comics, the Earth must be completely hollow.
Yeah, because there's so much underground. Yeah, good point.
Oh, Superman is in a wheelchair and he's become a panhandler.
Oh man, things have gone real bad there.
Things have gone bad.
Woo.
It looks like an older Superman. He's got gray at the temples.
Oh yeah, well, I wouldn't know about that. I don't mess with Jim unless Slim beat up Jim. No, so don't mess around with Slim.
And another John Byrne meeting the Phantom Stranger. Me and my daughter read a lot of John Byrne Superman, and we noticed he loved to draw rubble. So
Good
at least
point.
this era of John Byrne, there's a lot of scenes with tons of rubble.
Yes,
which
good
is
point. Yeah,
interesting.
now
'Cause
that I
must
think
take
about
a
it, you're
long
right.
time to draw that.
All right, take care.
I always thought it was interesting too that they basically turned Action Comics into DC Comics Presents with all the team ups.
You're right. It was the team up book. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I guess
Had they
maybe
stopped-
since they
they probably
canceled
had-
that, they don't. Yeah,
Right. They
Byrne
probably.
is the king of rubble.
I assume they were doing just whatever John Byrne said he wanted to do.
Could be.
This looks cool. I haven't read this. It's Dan Jurgens and Kevin Nolan doing Superman versus Aliens.
Ooh, that does sound very interesting.
Look inside.
Must be depowered somehow, or
Right.
less powered because
Less
obviously
powered.
nothing the aliens could do against him.
Looks like beautiful artwork.
Maybe like what is it, Orange Sun, where he's like half powered.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to.
It's not an Elseworld, is it? Is that an Elseworlds?
It just says DC and Dark Horse because I guess Dark Horse had the aliens.
Oh yeah, aliens. Yeah, okay.
You know.
I
really like Kevin Nolan's artwork. I guess he was the finisher. So layouts by Jurgens and the rest by Nolan.
Wow,
Shall we
cool.
stop there?
Yeah, let's stop there. And we will you can pick up this box, or after you organize it. I'd love to see more of the Superman stuff you got there. And of course, Rob and all the goodies that he.
Well, actually, for the next 2 weeks, I'll be away on vacation.
You will? Okay. Where are you going?
I'm going to be on the East Coast. I'm partially in Connecticut and partially in Vermont. So there'll probably be some Higgy sleepy team up going on there.
All right. Vermont is a gorgeous state, by the way. I really enjoyed Vermont.
Yeah, I've never really. I've gone to Maine a lot, but I've never explored Vermont that much. So
gorgeous, just mountain ranges as far as the air. I can see the air is so crisp up there. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're going to be staying by the big lake there. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right, thanks, Rob, again for joining us, my friend. I appreciate it. Love when you get those.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm on whatnot. They started.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. We know you. We know you're a business. Don't worry.
He's buying comics right as we're talking about them. That's
I am. I just got Valkyrie #1 from the Airboy.
All right.
Oh, cool.
All right. Nice. All right. So I'll get off here. Thanks again for joining us. I'll be back next week. Hopefully Ray will be here and we'll do the full length stream next week. if I don't have to pick corn again. I don't think I will. This is kind of an unusual thing, but my sister-in-law has a big property and she planted, and she's going to be selling it tomorrow. So if I don't go today, I don't get corn. So I have to go and get it. All right, everybody in the chat, as usual, you guys are the best. Love you. And again, you know, if all the channels you saw here, Tat and Higgy, and of course, these two fine gentlemen are in the description. For some insane reason you are not subscribed to them, please go ahead and do that. Okay. All right. Be kind to each other. Be blessed.